So, my dog Shadow swallowed a penny. I took him to the emergency animal hospital of Redlands, and the receptionist said she had to take him to the back to go check his vitals. She said she would bring him back in about 10 to 15 minutes. An hour later, the doctor finally called me into the room. She said we had two choices: to give him an x-ray or to induce vomiting, or both. We wanted to do both. She said the x-ray should be done in about maybe 15-20 minutes. So after 1 hour of waiting, she calls us back and she says that she induced vomiting and that there were no pennies, and the only option we had now was surgery. We wanted to know the estimate for surgery, so she said she would go and get the estimate and take it back to us in a jiffy. And after about 1 hour to 2 hours of waiting for this estimate, she finally calls us. The estimate was for $2,500. I could not afford that. I told her I could not afford it and that I would just most likely take him to our normal vet in the morning, see if she could do the operation for cheaper. So she told us that she could try to induce vomiting one more time, this time with hydrogen peroxide instead of the other thing she used. So we agreed. I paid $20 to try to induce vomiting for hydrogen peroxide. She tried. About an hour later, she calls us in and says that the penny did not come out. It's still in there, and the only option we have is surgery. So I told her I couldn't pay it, and she said that we would have to go and sign a release waiver, but that it was going to be very dangerous for him because he was going to get hypoglycemic anemia, most likely if we didn't do the surgery, and die. I asked him how long he had, and she said that she didn't know. Hours to days that he was going to get hypoglycemic anemia. So we went and signed the release form, and the receptionist told me she would bring him back in a jiffy. I waited 2 hours for that receptionist to go get my dog. I was just wanting to see my dog, thinking he's probably going to die, and I want to see him. No, she just sat there and took her time and talked to other people and joked, and it was just terrible. So after that, we left, and in the morning we went to my normal vet. We waited about maybe 30 minutes to an hour to get seen. She said she would have to take an x-ray. We took the x-ray, and she called us into the room and says that she sees a penny in the x-ray, but it's in his colon already, so he's gonna poop it out most likely today. And I was worried because I was what about this hypoglycemic anemia? And she said that I shouldn't worry about that because if he ate 100 pennies, that might do something to him, the zinc toxicity, but 1 penny was not going to hurt him. Later that day, he passed the penny, he pooped the penny. So this emergency vet, her name was, what was it? Renee Hongju, or something like that. And she was going to charge us $2,500 to go in there, a very invasive surgery, and put my dog through stress, put my dog through pain, put us through stress, and take our money. For clarification, her name was Renee Jong Hee-ju, and she is a doctor at the Emergency Pet Hospital of Redlands. I would not at all recommend the Emergency Pet Hospital of Redlands. And this is just my experience with them.